Following in a similar suit to Samsung's Galaxy S4 and S4 Mini, the HTC One Mini takes its larger namesake, scales back on specs and crams it all into a smaller, cheaper form factor. The One Mini retains the premium finish we love so much about the full-sized flagship, albeit supplemented with a little bit of plastic trim. In short, the Mini is beautiful and a joy to hold, or just look at. It's lighter than its big brother too, tipping the scales at a comfortable 122 grams. As you'd expect, the screen has had a few millimetres shaved off of it, and it's now down to 4.3 from 4.7 inches. This means it's running at 720p rather than Full HD, but the phone still manages to squeeze in an impressive 342 ppi. As a result, everything on the HTC One Mini looks great, far surpassing that of the Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini and making it a real point to consider if you're thinking about buying. Keeping things ticking is a dual-core Snapdragon 400 processor bundled with 1 GB of RAM. You get Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2 under the hood, with HTC's Sense 5 UI over the top. Blink Feed is once again the star of the show here, putting news and social network updates into an easy-to-manage feed on your homepage. Most of the bells and whistles from the HTC One have been carried over. Boom sound and Beats audio are still there to keep your tunes sounding great. Meanwhile, the 4-megapixel ultra-pixel camera performs pretty much the same. Image stabilization is a miss, however, meaning you don't quite get the same point-and-shoot functionality as a flagship device. Unfortunately, battery life is slightly disappointing. We ran a 90-minute non-HD video on full power with the device on flight mode and with screen brightness at about 67%, and were left with only 78% battery afterwards. Take a quick glance over the spec sheet and you'll probably conclude that the One Mini won't set your smartphone world on fire. It packs roughly half the power of its big brother, misses out on Full HD and doesn't quite boast the same premium shield as its larger namesake. Still, when it boils down to it, all this is pretty irrelevant. Yes, the storage issue is a worry, particularly considering the device lacks a microSD slot, and the battery leaves a lot to be desired. But the HTC One Mini still manages to triumph by taking the core principles of its larger namesake and making it more pocket and wallet friendly. In short, the HTC One Mini is a brilliant device, and one we'd highly recommend if you're looking to pick up a top-notch handset without the premium price tag.